Good day, everyone. Today, we are going to discuss one of the most transformative and debated phenomena of the modern era, globalization. This term, which has permeated academic, political, and everyday discussions, refers to the increasing interconnectedness of our world economically, socially, culturally, and politically. But what does it really mean? How did it come about? And what are its implications? These are the questions we will explore today. Definition of globalization. At its core, globalization is the process by which the world becomes more interconnected. It manifests in various dimensions. Point 1. Economic globalization refers to the integration of national economies through trade, investment, capital flows, and technology. 2. Cultural globalization involves the spread of ideas, values, norms, and lifestyles across borders. 3. Political globalization reflects the increasing influence of international institutions such as the United Nations or the World Trade Organization in shaping domestic policies. To illustrate, consider the smartphone in your pocket. Its components may be designed in California, manufactured in China, and powered by semiconductors from Taiwan. This intricate web of production reflects the essence of globalization. Historical evolution of globalization. Globalization is not a new phenomenon. It has historical roots, often categorized into waves. First wave, 15th to 18th century. The age of exploration marked the beginnings of globalization. European powers established trade routes connecting continents and fostering the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. However, it also brought exploitation, colonization, and the transatlantic slave trade. Second wave, 19th century. Industrialization propelled globalization further. Advances in transportation, such as railways and steamships, and communication, like the telegraph, enabled mass production and global trade. The gold standard and free trade policies dominated this period. Third wave, post-World War II. After World War II, globalization accelerated due to institutions like the International Monetary Fund (IMF) and the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade or GATT. The collapse of communism and the rise of neoliberalism in the late 20th century marked a significant shift. Contemporary globalization 1990s till present. This phase is driven by technology, particularly the internet and digital platforms, which have revolutionized communication and commerce. The rise of multinational corporations and global supply chains epitomizes this era. Key drivers of globalization. Several factors have fueled globalization. 1. Technological advancements, innovations in transportation and communication, from airplanes to smartphones, have made the world smaller and more connected. 2. Trade liberalization. Countries have reduced tariffs and trade barriers, enabling goods and services to flow freely across borders. 3. Economic policies. The adoption of market-oriented policies by nations, such as deregulation and privatization, has facilitated global integration. For cultural exchange, media, education, and migration have spread cultural practices and values worldwide, creating a more homogeneous global culture while also sparking cultural hybridization. Benefits of globalization. Proponents of globalization highlight its numerous advantages. 1. Economic growth. Globalization has lifted millions out of poverty by creating jobs and fostering innovation. Developing countries like China and India have experienced rapid economic growth through global trade and investment. 2. Access to goods and services. Consumers benefit from a wider variety of affordable products, from exotic fruits to high-tech gadgets. 3. Cultural exchange. Globalization has promoted cultural understanding, diversity, and the spread of democratic values. 4. Technological advancement, collaboration across borders has accelerated scientific research and innovation as seen in global efforts to develop vaccines. Challenges of globalization, however, globalization is not without its critics. Key concerns include: Point 1. Economic inequality. While globalization creates wealth, it often disproportionately benefits multinational corporations and wealthy nations, leaving others behind. 2. Cultural homogenization. The dominance of Western media and culture has led to fears of eroding local traditions and identities. 3. Environmental impact. Increased industrial activity and global supply chains contribute to climate change, deforestation, and biodiversity loss. 4. Job displacement. Outsourcing and automation have led to job losses in certain sectors, particularly in developed nations. 5. Global health risks. The interconnectedness of our world has also facilitated the rapid spread of diseases, as seen during the COVID-19 pandemic. The future of globalization. Looking ahead, the trajectory of globalization is uncertain. Factors such as geopolitical tensions, protectionist policies, and climate change pose challenges. At the same time, emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, blockchain, and renewable energy could redefine global interactions. The key question is, how can we make globalization more inclusive and sustainable? This requires collaborative efforts among governments, businesses, and civil society to address inequalities, protect the environment, and preserve cultural diversity. Conclusion. In summary, globalization is a complex and multifaceted process that has transformed the world in profound ways. While it has brought significant benefits, it also poses serious challenges that we must address. As future leaders, scholars, and global citizens, it is our responsibility to critically engage with these issues and work towards a more equitable and sustainable global future. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to your questions. If you are interested in development studies, subscribe the channel and follow the next videos.